Is the 7-year itch in relationships a real thing? Well, it seems to be, doesn't it? A lot of people at 7 years do have a splitting. And so there must be something to it. I haven't looked at any data per se, but I would say that, once we're in relationships for a significant period of time, we've kind of built a dossier against someone oftentimes. Like all the things that they did, they didn't do, especially women, sorry, women, but a lot of us have photographic memories about what men have done or not done and how they made us feel. And so there's like this dossier that comes up, and at 7 years, you're kind of like either done or you're like, I'm really invested in this and I want to learn and grow. And so I think that itch part is, maybe it's a good thing, because it's a recommitment to yourself. How focused am I on my growth and development with this person? I'm not saying you should get married or I should say get divorced at 7 years or break up at 7 years. I'm just saying that if you're getting the itch, I think there's some big questions to ask yourself that can help you either to grow and expand, or maybe you do say, hey, our soul contract is up. I'm not able to grow anymore in this relationship, or you're choosing not to grow, or you're choosing, or I'm choosing, right? But you're just like looking at what are the choices here. And if someone doesn't want to grow with you spiritually and you do, then maybe that's a really good thing, that 7-year itch. If it's real or not, we don't know. But I think it's just a point in life where you spend a significant amount of time and you do want to either rip up the dossier or help your significant other with their dossier and ask them to help you. Like, hey, I realize that I have not been, whatever it is, a good communicator, or I haven't done X, Y, or Z, and I want to change that within myself. So the 7-year itch can be a really great thing. In fact, maybe the new thing to do is to take at 7 years that you really do the 7-year scratch. Like, hey, honey, let's scratch the surface of this foundation that we've built. And let's really feel into and recommit to why we're in each other's lives. And then if there's a place where you go, this isn't where we feel we're supposed to be, not supposed to be, but just like, when the soul contract is complete, if you don't sever the contract and move forward, you will eventually, and normally it happens in some of the worst possible ways, because someone gets to a point of cheating on someone, or, there's all these terrible things that happen, or someone gets really ill, or there's an accident, or, there's different ways that spirit will come in and say, hey, you didn't get, you ignored the itch, you didn't scratch it, and now we got to give you a gaping wound, right? And so maybe we just take that whole concept and just talk about it being a scratch, like the 7-year scratch, and really dig in on what it is that you want to change about yourself and the relationship to grow and to have a better relationship with that individual that you're in the relationship with. All right. I so appreciate all the questions that you guys submit each week. I love answering them. I love giving insights. And I do encourage you to apply for the Awaken Inner Wisdom membership. But more importantly, perhaps, is if you haven't done the State of the Heart assessment, please do. There's a link down below, and it's bethbell.me. You can fill out your State of the Heart. The assessment will give you very specific results to which stage of the heart you are in. And also some tips, tools, and techniques will come your way over time in the emails. And we'll learn more about you, and you'll learn more about me, and we can support one another in such a beautiful way. Now, if you're also interested in going deeper in some of the concepts that I talk about, there's great stories, transformational storytelling in Angels, Herpes, and Psychedelics. There's also the Awakening and Healing Handbook, which is filled with a plethora of different tips, tools, techniques. And there's also the Psychedelic Resource Guide. So if you know of someone who may be interested in plant-based medicines, spiritual medicines, and looking for information and insights. It's an incredible guide to help you, the psychedelic resource guide, and also the herpes handbook. So it's obviously about herpes, but it's also about viruses of the mind. So I would highly encourage you, if you know someone or maybe you meet someone, I know that handbook will give you lots of information that will be very helpful in navigating how to open up difficult conversations around lots of mind viruses, not just herpes. So please don't hesitate to go check that out on bethbell.me. All right. I so appreciate you. Please put comments in the, whether you're on Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube. And if you want something a little more private, you can go to bethbell.me/question and enter your question there. All right. Until next week, Sundays, 11:11, I'm wishing you much bliss and love on the journey. Namaste.